everybody, so we've got a fun review today because we're talking about the third and final season of Animaniacs. This reboot has been an amazing run, in my opinion, all 3 seasons, and it's really sad for me, as a fan of the original series and so hyped for this reboot, that we are coming to an end again when it comes to the Animaniacs content. So often we see so many properties try and do a modern reboot, and a lot of the times they never are able to capture that nostalgic magic that was there from the original, and Animaniacs, I think, is one of the rare cases where they do capture that nostalgic magic, and season 3 is no different. I think they are still able to manage that same level of brilliant quality. I have no idea if they knew going into this season it would be their final one, but if they did, they gave it their all when it comes to delivering possibly their best material of the 3 seasons. It was one of those rare instances where I was bummed that Hulu only supplied a very small amount of episodes. Every single season, they don't really supply all of the episodes. So just so we're on the same page, the episodes I was supplied with were the first 2 episodes, episode 4 and episode 7. But it left me wanting more in the best way possible because each of them had some really strong, great, hilarious moments to them. You always know exactly what you're signing up for when viewing the Animaniacs witty comedic segments, whether it's Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, or Pinky and the Brain. Great parodies of all types of modern pop culture, with a sprinkling of musical numbers that are hilarious while being infectiously catchy. Even with this small sample size, they're able to do so much with each of these segments, predominantly when it comes to the humor. The parodies that they lean into in season 3 are some of my favorites this season, leading heavily into recreating films. The best ones to me was Mad Max Fury Road, but with the Animaniacs characters and the spin on the plot to fit the theme. There are tons of great references and jabs at Warner Brothers in this, so if you're annoyed at Warner Brothers Discovery right now with all the stuff they've been doing for the last year, it does feel a little bit therapeutic. I almost wonder if the writing was personally taking jabs at them on purpose, just with some of the stuff they wrote into this. Like having a new head of Warner Brothers who's super incompetent, doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and he's fighting Yakko, Wacko, and Dot over $1 million meatball sub that he wasted all this money on. I don't know. Maybe it's just art repeating life, it's just coincidental, but I thought it was amazing how they were just taking these big, direct, personal jabs at Warner Brothers here. That isn't to say that Warner Brothers is the only one being made fun of here. It's Warner Brothers, it's JoJo Siwa, Kanye West, the royal family, but even still, with all of these things, these jokes, there's always a great underlying message to each of these segments. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And it helps make these Animaniacs stories dynamic. You have Pinky and the Brain showcasing the importance of friendship, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot sing about climate change, and making sure that you enjoy life and don't overwork yourself. It is never all serious, and that's what makes all this so strong, is the way they're able to mix things up. Because for every segment that has this message to it, you have other ones that are more goofy. You just have segments where Yakko, Wacko, and Dot torment somebody because they're in an Uber carpool together. More or less, I am kind of glad that the Animaniacs doesn't really ever try to change up its formula that much. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and I think Animaniacs is the perfect example of that, because they know how to perfectly execute this formula and still maintain that level of freshness with its great humor and its wit and its meta commentary, no matter who stars in the segments. Like, I've been watching Pinky and the Brain try their best for decades now to try and take over the world with their plans that never succeed. Multitudes of various plans, but still, they manage to always bring a laugh to me due to the creativity of the writing and the great elements of these characters working together. I really tried, and unfortunately, I cannot get into the Starbucks and Cindy segment. It has been 3 years now, and that is like the only negative I really have among all of the segments. The commercials they throw in are pretty funny, but Starbucks and Cindy, nothing about them ever has any charm, at least in my opinion. I've really tried my hardest with it because it is a new addition to the Animaniacs stuff, but there's only one segment among the 4 episodes I watched, and I didn't find it all that funny, and I tried my best to connect with these characters, but it just doesn't do it for me. And if you're a big fan of Starbucks and Cindy, I do apologize, but it is my least favorite element among the segments and the characters. All around, if Animaniacs Season 3 truly is the end for the series, at least Animaniacs go out on top with another excellent final season of episodes. It's still just as clever, meta, and captured the essence of what made all these characters so awesome when we were children, when they originally debuted decades ago. I really am going to miss all of this. I hope maybe one day we can get more Animaniacs content, because I never thought when I was a kid we were ever going to get anything Animaniacs related. it, and we did have to wait a couple decades for it. I don't know if we can really wait a couple more decades for Animaniacs content just because, you know, people are getting older. But the third and final season of Animaniacs on Hulu does air February 17th, so later this week on Friday. So if you get a chance to check it out on Hulu, make sure you share your thoughts down below. What did you think of this third and final season of Animaniacs? Did you like the season? Did you not like the season? What were your favorite episodes? Among the 4 that I was able to watch early, I think the first one is really strong, but I also like episode 7 a lot too, and what it sets up for some potential plot threads. And the Mad Max segment is probably my favorite thing amongst all of the gags we saw all throughout these 4 episodes that I watched anyways. It's gonna be a lot of fun talking about the show with you guys in the comments section. And also, do you think we need more Animaniacs in the future? Do you really truly think this is the end for the show? Or do you think maybe another couple decades will go by and we'll get another reboot of the Animaniacs? But either way, thank you guys always check their videos. I always do appreciate it. Make sure to like on the video and also subscribe to the channel so always update reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more. But next time, I'll see you guys later.